Okay, we're going to do an order of operation problem today. Up above where we have our problem, there is a game board, and you can write it this way, or if you want to write it over to the side, either way is great. So let's go back and review real quick. The B stands for bracket, the P stands for parenthesis, the M or D is multiply or divide, but it does not matter which comes first. And there's different ways to write multiply. A lot of times you see a number beside a bracket. That means 3 times 4, or a floating dot in the middle, which also means 3 times 4. You also have a number beside a parentheses with a number inside the parenthesis. That also means multiply. And then the A or S stands for add or subtract. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to look for the bracket, which we have a bracket here. It has a digit in front of it, but we're going to not worry about that digit or the one after it. We're going to just look at the numbers inside the bracket and work those first. So we're going to move to the next. We have a parenthesis inside the bracket, but there's no math problem to work, so that's okay. So we're going to go back to the front of the bracket and look to see what we have. Our next level is multiply or divide. So inside my bracket, I'm going to go from the left to the right, and I'm going to look to see if I have any multiply or divide, which I do right here, which is 2 times 3. So I'm going to work that part of the equation first. I'm going to mark it off. 2 times 3 is 6. I'm going to put that underneath. I'm going to put all the rest of the numbers inside the bracket and outside the bracket so I can work my next part of the equation. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to the front. I still have problems inside the bracket to work. I don't have any parentheses, so I'm going to go multiply, divide. I don't have any more multiply, divide, so I'm going to go to the A or S. Doesn't matter which comes first. It could be subtract first or add. And in this case, it's subtract. So I'm going to do 10 minus 5, which is 5. I'm going to write that, write all the rest of my numbers. Okay, so now here's my reduced equation. Now I'm going to go back to the bracket. Now I only have one thing to do, which is 5 plus 6, which is 11. I'm going to write this. Put my 2 there, my divide sign here. Okay, now I have no more math equations to do in the bracket. So I'm going to go back to the front. I'm going to look for parentheses. I don't have any. Multiply or divide first. In this case, we have a multiply right here and a divide after that. So I'm going to do whatever is from the left to the right. So this is the problem that I'm going to do first, which is 2 times 11. So that would be 22. Rewrite the rest of my problem. Now I have 22 divided by 11, which is 2. And that is how you work an order of operation equation.